First, it's important to accurately identify the kind of rodent you're dealing with. Norway rats, roof rats, and house mice behave differently, and those differences can affect your control program. A common mistake in rodent control is underestimating the size of the problem, and consequently not putting out enough bait. The inspection helps you determine the location and severity of the infestation, or the potential for problems. With a good flashlight, inspect your buildings just after dusk or shortly before dawn, when rodents are most active. Check areas where feed is stored or spilled. Rodents build up in numbers wherever food is available. Inspect curtains for holes gnawed by mice, and walls for damaged or shredded insulation. And be sure to check around stored equipment and other protected areas where rodents like to hide. Signs of rodents include burrows, gnaw marks, rodent pathways, and the surest sign, droppings. Look for burrows and inspect around doors, siding, and the foundation of buildings to determine where rodents are getting in. Inspect for signs of rodents along feed lines, rafters, and in attics. Roof rats are more prevalent along the west coast and in the southeastern United States, so check for signs of them around ventilation fans and air handling systems. The inspection also reveals where sanitation and rodent-proofing measures are needed. Clean up spilled grain, for example. Reducing the rodent's food and water supply keeps rodent populations down and increases bait acceptance. Remove trash and other debris around buildings and cut down overgrown vegetation to reduce their harborage. Set up a 3-foot wide vegetation-free zone around the outside building perimeter, preferably covered with gravel. Wherever possible, rodent-proof your buildings, like fixing gaps in doors to keep rodents out. With the inspection process, each situation is unique. The layout of your facilities, neighboring conditions, even the time of year. Your Matomco rep will help you assess all of these factors when setting up your rodent control program. Tamper-resistant bait stations are an integral part of your bait rotation program. These rugged feeding stations are designed to entice rodents inside where they feel safe eating the bait. Bait stations keep bait away from livestock, wildlife, and other non-target animals. Plus, bait stays fresh longer, protected from dust, moisture, and other contaminants. Bait stations form a defensive barrier to protect your operation from rats and mice. For rats and mice, there's heavy-duty Tomcat bait station and triangular-shaped Tomcat LP. For mice, there's Tomcat mouse bait station, circular Tomcat keyless mouse bait station, and Tomcat multiple catch for monitoring and use in sensitive baiting areas. In outdoor areas like this, secure bait in Tomcat bait stations. These tamper-resistant bait stations withstand the toughest baiting conditions and are easy to service, saving you valuable time. Set up a ring of bait stations around the building foundation in the 3-foot sterile zone. Outdoors, one bait station every 30 to 50 feet for rats and 15 to 30 feet for mice is a good guideline, but this number depends on rodent pressure in the area. Place more stations closer together in areas where the threat of rodents is greatest. Pay special attention to rodent-prone areas, such as outside vents, unsealed utility lines, or openings for feed lines going into the building, which are also potential entry points for rodents. You want to intercept rodents by positioning the bait stations at either side of entry doors. The point is to be sure to place enough bait and bait stations where rodents travel and will find them. Bait with Matomco's extruded bait chunks. They hold up extremely well outdoors, and rodents love the taste and the multiple edges for gnawing. You can secure chunks on vertical bait securing rods that keep the bait inside the bait station. Rodents can't translocate the bait, so you don't have to worry about accidental poisoning of livestock, wildlife, or other non-target animals. And later, when you check the stations, you'll get a pretty good idea of the activity level by the amount of bait consumed. Now, besides securing the bait, you can also secure the bait station. The simplest way is to adhere it to a patio block. Or you can also stake it to the ground. With rat burrows, bait with loose pellets rather than bait chunks because the rats can't kick pellets out of their holes. Place pellets deep in the burrow with a long-handled spoon. Wait a week or so, then kick in the burrows. Check the following day to see which burrows are active, and then rebait.